Hey everyone, welcome into the Flippin' Hippos YouTube channel. I'm Star. Thanks for joining me today. If you're new to the channel or you haven't already, please consider subscribing and helping us feed a hungry hippo. Also, don't forget to hit the thumbs up as you're listening to what I have to say today, or you can hit the thumbs down if you disagree. Either way, it does help us out. And if you're not a member of our Facebook group, it's called Flippin' Hippos Reseller Pod. It is a really great group of resellers where you can learn and interact in the community in a very positive atmosphere. Today we are doing an unpopular reseller opinion. I love doing these videos. Today is one that means a lot to me. It's very important to me. It is a huge part of my life. We're going to talk about whether or not you need social media to be a successful reseller. And I'm going to be honest with you up front. No, you don't. Does it help? Yes. Isn't it important? Can it help you grow? Can it help you make connections in the community not only as far as friendships, but connections, as far as buying wholesale or learning about how to get inventory other places. Networking is always good, right? But you don't have to. Someone like Keith could actually sustainably build a volume-based business on his own and never be on social media, and he would be happy that way because that's how Keith is built. Not everyone likes to be social. Not everyone wants to kind of integrate friendships into business. Not everyone likes to be on Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. So you could. The answer to the question is no, because you don't need social media to be a successful reseller. But it does help a lot in a lot of ways for many reasons. I've got a list here, and we're just going to go down this list and chat about the reasons you should have social media. So I actually have as my first reason community, and I've put that ahead of learning, knowledge, and monetization. I've put that ahead of finding ways to source, because to me, community is everything. But that's my personality. Everyone is different. But to me, the community is so super important. Like, I'm in business with List Perfectly. I am an affiliate of theirs, and I do make money when you guys use our code FlippinHippos and get your 30% off your first month of List Perfectly, or you can upgrade and use it to get 30% off of an upgrade. I do make my affiliate money, but I would never promote something I don't absolutely believe in and use. I use List Perfectly every single day. I believe in it, and I don't think we would have such a successful business as we do without the support of List Perfectly and their tools that they offer us. So on the other hand, I'm also friends with them. So again, that's that meshing. So I met Clara and Amanda in 2018 or 19 at eBay Open and started using them from the get-go. I was a very early adopter. I was one of the very first users of List Perfectly. I'm one of their biggest cheerleaders. I know everyone, or most everyone on their team personally, and interact with them and consider them friends. I consider them family in most cases. But that, to me, has meant the world to me to have them as a part of my world. There's a lot of reseller groups I'm part of, resellers I've met that have become friends. So for someone like me with my personality, it is super important. If you are like me at all, even though I'm kind of introspective and a hermit and reclusive at times, but I still need human connections. And then there's people that are extroverts that always need friendships and always need that human connection. So the community would be even more important to you. I'm kind of in the middle between extroverts that need constant human companionship and what Keith is. I'm an introverted extrovert, but I feel like the community is so important for so many of us, because those of you that do crave that human connection, that ability to talk to other people and be a part of a community of like-minded folks who know what you're going through. No one knows what reselling entails, what we go through, what it's like to source, to ship, to see the cost going up on our fees and our shipping. No one knows the fear of not having sales or sales getting slow. And no one else knows the excitement of a really great find at the thrift or the excitement of a really great sale than another reseller. I hear it all the time from other people in the community that their family and their friends just don't understand them. And it hurts. They need like-minded people. So being part of a community is really important. Especially because a lot of resellers don't have a Keith or a partner that they work with. So they're alone all day. You're out thrifting, you're outsourcing, you're doing your shipping, you're listing, you're in your office, you work from home. So you're not in an office situation where you have coworkers. This can be a very, very lonely job. You can be alone a lot of the time. I mean, even with Keith and I, we're not always together in the same room. I have my office and he has his workspace. And we don't see each other all day, every day. But he used to work outside of the house. We diligently worked from 2017 through 20 to save up enough money and build the business up enough that he could quit his job and join me full time. And I do remember those days when he would be gone all day and I would be alone all day. It was lonely. And I reached out and I made friends in the community. It's good for your mental health. It's good for your sanity to have those connections in the community, because we shouldn't be alone all day every day. It's just not good for us as human beings. Like, we almost naturally need to have other people around us. So if you have social media, you can make those friendships. You can be a part of community. You can make friends. And some of my very best friends in the whole world that I actually consider to be family, that I talk to every single day, that I have traveled to their homes and stayed in their homes. They've traveled and stayed in my home. I've met through social media because I'm a reseller, and I've made some of the best friends I've ever had. So keep that in mind. Even if you don't want to use social media for anything else, even if you're shy or you're an introvert, you don't have to be on TikTok making the dance reels. You don't have to be on Instagram posting all the time and putting up stories. You don't have to be loud. You could just join one reselling Facebook group and be a part that way. And you could even feel connection just from lurking. There are very shy people out there. So you could just join a Facebook group and never put your face out there, never post, and just read and kind of lurk, and then maybe chime in once in a while, or maybe make one or two friends. So it's not like you have to be out there or nothing at all. There's a whole spectrum from just joining a Facebook group to doing what I do. Another good reason to have social media is that you can learn from others. So if you're in a Facebook group and people are posting about the finds that they find at the thrift, the sales that they're having, you can learn. You can see what other people are thrifting, what they're selling them for. So you're kind of getting an idea of what's working for other people. And then you can also learn from other people's mistakes too. Because when people come in and say, hey, I did this, I should have not done this, you can learn from their mistake. You can do that in Facebook groups, on Instagram. There's a ton of resellers on Instagram that share a lot of really great information. So you can also be a lurker on Instagram. You can create an Instagram account and find other resellers to follow and pay attention to what they're doing. But you don't have to be putting out the videos, the stories, and the posts. I have a lot of people on Instagram that follow me that I will follow back, and I see that they have like 1 or 2 followers, and there's no judgment. I pretty much figure they're there to learn. They're not there to interact or be the influencer or the Instagrammer. They're there to learn, and that's perfectly fine. If you're shy, that's what you should be doing at the very least, because there's so much information on Instagram. I learn something new every day. Everyone learns something new every day. In fact, I shared a reel yesterday with some brands of jeans and had some folks reach out to me that they had never known that this one brand was really worth a lot of money or worth sourcing or had a good sell-through rate or whatever. And there's just a lot of really good, successful resellers putting up posts and reels each day with tips, tricks about thrifting, sourcing, the platforms in general, how to make more sales, what brands to avoid. These are my mistakes. This was my thrifting fail. It's not all just success. There's failures too, but you learn from both, right? So I think social media is good for knowledge as well. You can learn a lot in these Facebook groups and just by following different resellers on the Instagram and even on TikTok. Myself included, a lot of resellers are putting out content on TikTok now. It's becoming more of a trend on TikTok to not just have those accounts where they're doing the dancing videos. There's a lot of resellers on there that are putting out the same knowledge they're putting out anywhere else. And it's easy to move over. If you are someone who does post and does make reels and you are on Instagram, I will put that out there to you. TikTok is hard to get monetized on. You have to get 1,000 followers. I have 10,000 followers on YouTube, and I can't get over like 150 on TikTok. It is difficult to get monetized, but once you are, it's extra pennies. It's found money. It's not a lot, but it's found money. I like that term. So if you're already making a reel and you're putting it on Instagram, you just copy paste your caption with the hashtags and slap it over on TikTok. It takes less than a minute to take the content and repurpose it. You've already made it for Instagram. You might as well take the extra 10 seconds to repurpose it for TikTok. And eventually you'll be built up and be monetized. You can get monetized on Instagram and you can get monetized on Facebook. And you can link your Instagram and Facebook together so that when you post on Instagram, it will push it out to Facebook for you. You may have seen that with the content that I put out and be familiar with that. I have a Facebook page just for Flippin' Hippos for our YouTube persona or whatever you want to call it. And when I post stuff on Instagram, it goes there as well. And we are monetized on Instagram and Facebook. Not a lot of money again, but it's found money. So there's that side of it as well. I'm going to get a little bit more into monetization, but I wanted to mention that real quick, that you can find this information. A lot of content creators are also putting the YouTube shorts up. And if you are a content creator, this is something you need to know because you can create a reel on your phone with an editor like InShot. And you can put it on Instagram and Facebook by just posting to Instagram. Take 30 seconds to put it on TikTok and take another 30 seconds to put it on YouTube. And starting in 2023, if you are on YouTube and already monetized, they will be starting to pay you for your reels, for the shorts. I'm sorry, they're called shorts on YouTube. So you can make friends, you can gain knowledge, you can share your knowledge. If you're someone like me that loves to teach, I love to teach, I love to talk, I love to help people. I love to show you everything we do that's successful, but I like to show my mistakes too. I want people to not have to learn the way I did. You know, with Keith and I, we just jumped in the deep end and almost drowned and had to learn what to do because I got hurt at work and became disabled. And it was definitely sink or swim. And so we just went to the bins and 99-cent day and bought everything and learned as we went. And now I can tell you, what to avoid and the pitfalls not to fall into. Like, hey, don't go to the bins and buy 2 carts full of Beanie Babies, guys, because they're not worth money. But yeah, so you can share knowledge, you can gain knowledge on social media, you can be a part of a community, you can make friends. And then there's also the monetization. So on Instagram, you can get monetized for making reels. I don't know the rhyme or reason behind when they will monetize you. They just send you an invitation. So like on YouTube, it's clear cut. It's 1,000 subscribers and I think 100 watch time hours. I got monetized back in 2018, so it's been a long time. But I think it's 1,000 and 100. And then TikTok's 1,000 followers. And then you have to switch to a business account instead of a personal. Facebook and Instagram they'll just send you an invitation. I'm not sure if it depends on your subscriber, because I have friends who have received the invitation and have just like 2,000 or 3,000 subscribers. I think it's if you're consistently making those reels. Instagram's making money from your reels for the ads or whatever. I'm not sure how it works. If you just get on Instagram and you start putting out the reels and doing the content, you'll see an invitation pop up eventually. Bill and David got one last week. Congratulations to Bill and David. They finally got their invitation, and Bill's been doing really great with the reels. I'm really excited to see my friends succeed. Speaking of friends that have become family, Bill and David, they drove all the way across the state of PA, 4 hours, when we moved back to Pittsburgh and helped us unpack. See those curtains behind me? David and Bill hung them. They helped Keith put this desk together. They helped put all our furniture together. They stayed over a couple of days. They're really good people. Go follow them on Instagram, gnome_frog, and tell them I sent you. Absolutely dear friends of mine, but they did get their invitation. So you just log in, it'll just pop up. And then the same with Facebook. It'll just ask you, do you want to be paid? And yeah. I don't necessarily do YouTube and Instagram for the money because it's really not that much money. If I were to just cut all of social media out, honestly, and just crank out 50, 60 listings a day, we would make a lot more money that way. But I like doing it, and it is extra money. And it's free to you guys. So, when I make these YouTube videos and I do my reels, I'm spending my time. So yes, I want to get paid for it because I'm giving up time from listing and doing other things that could be making me money. So yeah, it's nice to get paid for it, but it's still free to you guys. But I don't understand the resellers that get upset. Like, why do you want to make money on YouTube and for your reels? Because it takes time to do this stuff. Can you hear that? I'm so sorry. I think my neighbor is taking their garbage can in. So we're spending, you don't ask a doctor to do surgery for free. We're giving you information. We're teaching you stuff. We're entertaining you at the very least with the reels and the videos. And so if we get paid for it, why does anybody get mad? And I've never understood that. And even like the influencers that sell guides or classes, you're paying for their time. So if that's something you want to get into, there's plenty of ways to do it. You can be on YouTube. You can monetize your Instagram. You can work towards TikTok. It's not a lot of money unless you go like viral and get thousands of subscribers and viewers. That's never been a goal of mine. Quite honestly, I like it small. I like having a small community of people to teach and interact with and know everybody. But everyone's different. You may be the kind of person that wants to go viral. And if you do, watch the YouTubers who are. Harry Tornado is a good one, NC Picker, and you can kind of see what they do and emulate them. They're really good people. I met them at FootCon, and then Harry and his wife, Haley and Josh, were at Remix as well. So, and Danny, I met Danny, the niche lady. There are some folks who can go viral and make a lot of money on YouTube. And if that's something you want to do, you can do that. If you're going to keep it like on the smaller end, because I very clearly know that what I do is not going to go viral. I don't do the exciting thrifting videos. I don't go to the garage sales and the thrift stores. I sit at my desk and I talk at you guys and I teach you about stuff. But that's what I like to do. And that's the other side of it. With social media, the sky is the limit. You can do the things that you know are going to get the attention and go viral and make you a lot of money if that's your personality and that's what you want to do. If you just want to be a teacher, like Katie and Vicky, I believe, are right around 10,000 subscribers, and they like it that way. They have a community of people they teach. They run the Remix every year. It's just your personality. And keep in mind there's a balance, too. If you still want to be thrifting and listing and stuff, you've got to balance it all out. But there's room for everybody to make money in social media however you want to make it. You can just do reels on Instagram and never touch YouTube. You can just do YouTube. But it does all interconnect. And so if you want to be, well-known in the community and get to know as many people as you can, then you want to spread out and do all the platforms. But you could also be somebody who just joins them to learn and watch and never creates videos or whatever. Also affiliates. So if you ever want to make money with affiliates, it is good to have a platform to do that, an Instagram, YouTube, a Facebook group, somewhere that you can share the affiliates of the products that you use. We have an actual Amazon affiliate store set up, If you guys have never seen it, there is a link in the description box. It just looks like Amazon, like you're shopping, but it has like Flippin' Hippos at the top. And then I have categories of resellers toolbox, shipping supplies. I even have a bullet journal category and one called Star's Kitchen that literally has all the exact items I use in my kitchen to cook. I really need a cooking channel. I love cooking. Okay, so groups give you a community and a place to hang out. It's kind of like the water cooler. So I said at the beginning of the video that we can be very lonely when we work from home. We're always by ourselves. Well, this being in a Facebook group or being on Instagram kind of gives you that lunchroom to go and hang out with your coworkers or that water cooler so that you're not always alone. And you can sell on social media. And I may do an entire video on just that. I've been pretty remiss about, I learned a whole bunch from Doug and Clara from List Perfectly. They did a live show over the summer about selling on direct sales on Instagram, on a separate Instagram account. So you would have like your influencer, and then you would have your business. And I learned a whole bunch. I set it up and I never really did anything with it. Maybe that needs to be a goal for 23. But yes, I may do a whole video, but it is possible. So the only downfall I have on here is that it's a time suck. Social media is a huge, huge time suck, period. You need to learn how to manage your time when you're on the social media. I always recommend timers to folks. Now, if it's your job, clearly you've got to spend the time you need to record the videos, record the reels, edit them, get them posted, promote them out. But if you're just on there to learn and interact and make friends and get the knowledge and all of that, you still have to limit your time. You can't spend 8 hours a day on Instagram, no matter how much you tell yourself you're there to learn. But I'm learning stuff. Okay, but did you make any listings today? Did you create any listings? Did you get any sales? Did you have any activity on your stores? So you do have to manage it. I always tell people to use social media like a reward system. So tell yourself, if I get my 10 listings up, I get to spend 15 minutes on Instagram, and then set a timer. And then tell yourself, if I take 12 photographs, I get to spend another 15 minutes. Use social media as a reward, but watch how much time you're spending on that. But that's the only really real con I see is if you don't manage your time, it can really waste a lot of time. You can be successful without social media. You can just list and sell and keep your head down and work hard and list and make your money. But there are a lot of reasons to have social media as a reseller. Super important ones, I think. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know down in the comments. And go be productive, guys. Go make some money. Thanks for watching. Bye.